I'm here with Jason. And we're in a bar, and what is Smash Palace, because they have stuff that got smashed, and they put it in here and called it a palace, I think. Sort of the longer story short. But I asked Jason, because as a public service announcement, if you come to New Zealand and you go to a bar, I think you should know the rules to avoid getting thrown out of the bar. So, Jason, fire away. Like, what's rule number one? How do we get thrown out of a bar in New Zealand?
Start a fight.
Start a fight. Now,
Start a fight,
this is where, like, so, because there's physical fights, there's verbal fights, and there's psychological fights. So, let's break that down.
So, physical fight, you get thrown out straight away.
Okay.
Verbal.
Is that like if a girl smacks a guy, does she get thrown out, or only if a guy smacks a girl?
If a girl hits a male without any reason,
yeah,
we have female security that will escort them out.
Okay. All right, cool.
What else? We've got verbal. We will prevent, stop you fellas from fighting or arguing, put you in separate areas. They will watch you and find out who's the instigator.
What if it's an amusing argument? Like, it's very heated, but it's really funny, and everybody in the bar is kind of amused by it. Do you
We still do the same thing.
It's too bad.
Because they might turn out to be to get even worse.
What if you got like those boxing gloves that are padded nicely, so that if they hit each other, it wouldn't hurt them, and everyone else could laugh?
Well, years ago they did have that. We've actually got a set of gloves up there, huge gloves. So
really?
Yeah, on the bar.
Okay.
And so it was, back then we had boxing matches with gloves, keg races, all sorts, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So you tried that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. Because they have those like bopping sticks for like married couples that aren't getting along. To smack, I don't know. I've seen them on TV. I don't even know if it's a real thing, but
I've never used those before. Yeah.
So, okay, so we've got fight, and then what else?
What else? If you jump over the fence, you will get thrown out straight away.
I feel like I want to see this fence afterwards. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
What else? If you start disrespecting the clients or disrespecting the staff, you'll be thrown out.
Well, now that's really general, disrespect. Like, can you define that a little more?
So if you start swearing or if you start yelling at the bar staff.
Okay, because, like, what if I say, I swear I will take the garbage out tomorrow? Is that kind of swearing?
So if it's not directed to the staff, you won't get thrown out. Like, if you say an F word in general conversation, you won't get thrown out.
But there's, like, religious swearing, too. And then there's, like, swearing like allegiance, that I promise, swearing like a promise. So we're talking about swearing like F words, because I mean, I might be like, peace out, man, I swear tomorrow I'm gonna fulfill my word. I won't get thrown out for that, right?
You won't get thrown out.
Okay.
But if it's directly directed to any of the staff, you will be thrown out.
So if I tell the staff that I swear I'm going to take the garbage out, I might get thrown out?
No, that's indirected. So if you go to the bar staff, if the person doesn't serve you,
yeah,
because you're not quick enough when asking for a beer or something, and you go to the bar staff and you go, F you're going to get thrown out.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's just disrespect.
And then you said, like, standing over
a person. So if there's a argument and a person stands over another person or makes that other person feel unsafe, or if you make any other person in the bar unsafe by any other means possible, you will be asked to leave as well.
So let's be honest. So you're sitting, and now I'm standing. So I'm standing over you. Like, will you throw me out now, or okay? Just want to clarify, because.
Another one is.
Well, and you mentioned like pinching a drink.
If you pinch, or what we call pinching, it's actually theft of a drink. So
I was gonna say, because I could like pinch
That's not
Pinching
a pinch.
with no, that's
No.
not a pinch. Okay.
Pinching is if you grab the person's drink,
Yeah.
you go,
And you drink it.
That's
okay.
theft.
Okay.
so
That's theft. Like, what if it was only one sip? Like one tiny sip.
if they drink and they go, oh, sorry, I didn't realise it was your drink,
Yeah.
then there'd be no apologetic.
What if I went to taste your drink and I was like, I'm just gonna steal a sip of your drink?
Then you can ask the person if they disagree, then you can't do it. If
So-
they agree to, it'll be fine.
What if you agreed and then your sip? I said sure, and your sip was really big, much bigger than I thought. So you stole more than I thought.
Then that's just taking the mickey, and that's a person. It's just theft.
It's just theft.
It's theft, and you'll be thrown out.
Okay. Now, when you throw someone out, what's your tactic? What's your technique?
I've been doing the security for about 30 years, so I prefer. Back in the day, I used to just use my arms, brute force, throw them out. Now I'd rather use less muscle power in my mouth by talking my way out. I just ask the person to leave. If they do not leave, we ask them once again, and if they still don't leave, we trespass. And if they don't leave after that, then we ring the police and they can take them out.
It sounds like, I'd be scared of you if you told me to leave. But the French fries though were a really nice touch. What do you call them? Do you call them French fries? Potatoes?
Chips, yeah.
Chips.
Yeah.
All right. So because you gave us chips, so now now I think you're a nice person, and I'd be totally shocked to see you being like, get out. But I'd be scared.
I ask him, but I don't use my voice or the power I have for wrong. I don't yell at people to leave unless they don't leave. And if I have to yell at people to leave, then the next step comes in and they don't want to go.
Yeah. But I kind of do, actually. I kind of want to see that, I have to say. What night do I have to come here to see that?
To see that is if someone blind hits me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I've never been knocked out before, but there has been times where someone's jumped about, I'd say, half a yard.
Wow.
Yeah. Punched me in the head, and I felt a bit of a ring, and then I just turned them and I said, you got 5 seconds to get off. Yeah, and they dropped to the ground, ran, apologised, and ran. Yeah.
Okay. And then there was the slurring. But listen,
So, yes.
I could speak like this and like I'm slurring.
So if we don't understand when a person's saying something while they're drinking, unless we know that they have a problem with their speech impairment, then they're slurring the words, and we'll be asking them to leave.
Okay, but if I speak 6 languages, so you might not understand what I'm speaking, and I could be drinking. Does that count, or?
No, not really, because we know the difference between slurs and talking different languages. We have approximately 8 to 9 different nationalities come through the bar.
Just 8 or 9 out of
Well, it's usually South Americans, French, what else? Samoans, Tongans, Fijians, all sorts of things. So there's a few, and we know the difference between their type of language and slurring. Or we've been in the industry long enough to know when a person is too intoxicated.
Okay. I believe you. I believe you, and I could totally. I'm sure if you were serious, I'd be like, oh my god. But if I were drunk, I'd be like, I'd just sit quietly and take it all in, and I don't know.
Well, if a person is falling asleep or is really drunk, we do offer them water to sober them up again a bit, because we don't actually want to throw them out and then they walk along and fall asleep on the road and they get run over. So even though they've been asked to leave and they leave, it's still our responsibility as a bar to make sure that everybody that turns up here safe gets home safe.
Yeah.
Any way possible, we ring our taxis, we will ring up their mates or their mums
Oh.
sometimes. Yeah. We've got a little Johnny here. Would you like to come pick your son up, please? And it has happened. If we have a paid event here and we know that a sober driver is driving along with a lot of their mates, we won't actually get them to pay the door entry. We'll let them in for free because they're doing us a favour.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. I feel like this will be really helpful information to people that might come to New Zealand and go to a pub. Yeah. So, very nice to meet you. So what do I say? Sweet. How do I say thank you in Maori?
Namihi.
Nami?
Namihi.
Namihi.
Yeah.
Namihi.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namihi.